Hello and welcome to round 2 of the Intercontinental Rally Challenge. It's the Rali das Canárias and the second time here for the IRC. Stages have changed a bit since last year. Tight, twisty, fast, they certainly are. Tarmac of course, but relayed with a lot of grip. It's going to be tough on the tyres. Day 1 starting with a 1.5km super special, followed by the Santa Lucia and Ingenio. Opening that run, the crews will then head back to service before tackling the 2 night stages of Valesco and Tejeda. That was the plan anyway. 116.81 kilometres in total, finishing day 1 about 1 AM. And then, of course, 4 to finish us off on day 2. Challenging stages, 190.59 competitive kilometres on day 2. Welcome to Gran Canaria, a popular tourist destination, roughly 210 kilometres west of Morocco. It's not the largest of the Canary Islands where we are, Gran Canaria, but it is the most inhabited, largely volcanic rock, and quite a few bars and restaurants as well. Tourists are what it's all about. It's a lovely place to be, especially in the middle of winter. It's been a long time since the first round of the Monte Carlo. Everybody here ready to hit this second round of the IRC season as hard as they possibly can. 35 crews involved. Special. Brian Bouffier comes into this one as our leader, having won in Monte Carlo. In fact, these points reflect the results from Monte. A good package for Skoda, for Freddie Loix, and an enhanced season this time by bodes well. He's second in the championship. Guy Wilkes, settling in with Peugeot, still not entirely comfortable, it seems. And they're the remainder of the top 10, one of which is Tony Gardemeister with that solitary point. Manufacturers, well, it's still bossed by Peugeot. Yes, for the time being at least. 40 points for them after that superb run in Monte Carlo. Skoda chomping at the bit and desperate to get back on top. And you wouldn't bet against it here, would you? So first day, 8 stages. Well, it turned out to be 7 in the end, because stage 8 had to be cancelled due to too many cars parked in the night, too many people where they shouldn't be on the stage. Johan Perez, he's a young driver, but the Asturian, superb opening day. Second place Spaniard overall, in fact. Started the rally 12th, moved up 1 position on the second loop on day 1. Leads his main rival, Johan Viñes, by more than 30 seconds. Tony Gardemeister and Megalesh, had a similar kind of a day. Both in the top 10. Where they stayed, and there were flashes of brilliance, but nothing too serious. Gardemeister didn't have much practice in the car before coming here, and it kind of showed. Megalesh still suffering a crisis of confidence, it seems, after his crash in Monte Carlo. So both still in the race for points, but they're not driving at their usual level. Domenico Basso, first time for the former champion Basso competing with the Proton on this rally, and after his teammate PG Anderson punctured a couple of times, he's the strongest driver of the team as well, as he's well placed in 9th at the end of day 1. Well, the biggest problem is understeering, he said, when we ran slowly. As a result, we can drive faster, but the problem is with the rear. The team are trying to find a solution, and I'm going to use this day and indeed this event, to get a bit more information and dial it into the car, and hopefully things will flow a bit better. Certainly looked like he was flying extremely well out there. Great to see the Flying Banana doing well. Wilkes started with a win, indeed, but from stage 2 onwards had his problems. All right, he took 3, but then fell to 5th overall. And the last stage, he was fighting to keep his top 5 stages, last stage of the night, which turned out to be stage 7. In fact, he was to finish the day in 7th place. Whereas Mikkelsen, it took the opening duel of the day with Brian Bouffier. Mikkelsen was 1 or 2 kilometres an hour slower than the top drivers and was running around about 6th, same level with Wilkes and Bouffier. But stage 7 went well for him. He finished 4th on that, and he finished the day 5th overall. Bouffier, best drivers in this rally, really showing themselves right from stage 2. Sadly, Bouffier was not one of them. Fell to 7th position overall on stage 3, and was around about that point, and indeed was 6th going to bed with Mikkelsen in 5th. He said, I'm not confident at the moment at the beginning of this rally. Maybe it's me. I'm just going to have to change the setup of the car. It's not good at the moment. The rally's long, and there's a big fight in front of us with the top drivers, and I just hope that I'm going to be able to catch up with them, and catch up with them soon. Well, one of the big boys is, of course, Freddie Loix. Was it ever not thus? Mixed day for him, though. He said the Super Special was just too short. And then as the day went on, he started to battle with the top 4. And he was looking very, very good indeed. Yes, especially in the night. He said he's going to continue to go flat out and push hard. Freddie, you don't do anything else, mate. The evening stage lost a little bit of time, however. There was sort of settling fog, which did make things a bit skittery out there. They spoke to him.
I don't know, it was going quite well, but then in one time the range cream came a little bit foggy, and it was quite difficult for me to see the tight corners, and I lost quite a lot of time the last 4 or 5 Ks.
Yes, finishing 4th as we went overnight. Well, Juha Hänninen knew it was going to be a close battle, so it turned out to be. He wasn't taking too many big risks, was going to try and push, but his main aim was to stay on the road. Fastest on stage 6. Says there's no place for mistakes here, and moved down from 4th overall.
And I had 2 spare tires, so I had for the long one I put it too new to the front, so but now they are still quite new ones. And okay, we lost a little bit too much for Kopecky now, so we will see what we can do tomorrow.
Yes, down into 3rd place, I beg your pardon, before the night break. Thierry Neuville. Fantastic first day for the Belgian driver. Amongst the 4 battling out front.
The last stage that we did was very good. It was the first pass on the night stage, and the pace notes were very good. The car worked very well. I had some split times over the top, and I saw that I was quite far behind, so I pushed really a lot on the downhill, and we come back to 1.4 seconds behind Kopecky, and I'm really happy.
So very tight at the top, as you just heard. Kopecky himself, leader as we took the break in the middle of the night. It turned out to be around about midnight, incidentally, and or a little bit earlier than that, with too many spectators on the stage. So the final running, which was due to finish at 1 AM, didn't take place. We still did get some nighttime action, and spectacular it was. Jan Kopecky going well. Great crowd here as well. Party atmosphere. Tejeda cancelled, as we said, just too many. I mean, the fans are great, but it was just far too dangerous. They couldn't get even some of the zero cars through, let me tell you that much.
Yeah, I have to say yes, because I think there were a lot of people, and it seems that we had quite good notes for the dark time, because we were quickest now. And okay, what I can do. Still tomorrow is new rally, because the gap is not so big, so we need to drive still very fast.
So going into the night, into the morning I should say, as the sun rose, Kopecky leading Neuville by just a narrow margin of 5.7 seconds. Hänninen 8.6 adrift in 3rd place with Loix 9, and then a big gap to Mikkelsen and the remainder. Bouffier part of that group, so was Guy Wilkes, who really had a mixed time of things, wasn't feeling comfortable in the car, and apparently new seat position hasn't really helped. Don't know what you do about that at this stage when you're embedded in the middle of a rally. Embedding in time perhaps for Guy. So back underway we were for day 2, a long day in fact, finishing after 4 stages, but long ones they were. 2 loops, 73 kilometres of rallying in total. Quick check at it. Great there, it does look like one massive volcano. Let's hope it stays intact. And indeed, that Neuville continues his march. The young Belgian absolutely setting the rally world on fire at the moment. We said he was going to be as quick, if not faster, than Freddie Loix, and so it proved. Neuville absolutely blistering when he came out, and in fact took the rally lead in the opening stage of day 2. Finished second on the stage, but took that rally lead brilliantly. Kopecky, dropping down the spots, and said he needed to make some changes to pace notes. Is it a car issue, he said? Well, I'm not sure, was his answer. Made some changes in service. Tyres were holding up despite the heat of the day.
We had a quite bad nose over there, so I had to change many corners, and of course if you are changing a nose, then the confidence is not completely perfect, because you are thinking, okay, next corner is okay or not. So I believe that we fixed everything now, and okay, the new battle is here, new rally.
Kopecky only 5th on that opening stage of the day, and so dropping to 2nd place. Juha Hänninen having a much nicer time of things, in fact winning the stage, and in 3rd, but solidly so, and starting to look very threatening. Fastest on the stage, closing the gap, just 1 second behind the leader. Freddie Loix third fastest on that stage, maintaining fourth place overall. He's got an expanded program this year, and we're all looking forward once again to sharing the excitement that he always seems to provide. And what about Guy Wilkes? Well, starting the fight back was right now. He had, once again, very, very good early on. Fourth in the opening stage of the day, and then third in the next one, stage 10. Overtaking Bouffier into 6th place overall, and in fact moving up into 5th. Bouffier himself down to 7th. It really wasn't going his way at all. Just not comfortable, and overdriving it on occasion. Too much input, as you can see, and just not as smooth as he might have been. Neuville then moving to the top. Early on, Kopecky dropping down, Hannon staying solid, but only 1 second adrift. So we went on to stage 10, which we've already mentioned briefly. Very quick one, this. Temperature's starting to rise, tyres just starting to complain a little bit, and Hannon into the rally lead for the first time.
Good lead, 0.1, so okay, it's gonna be now even more interesting. The long one, weather is getting quite much warmer now, and then with Kopecky, good friend, but good fight. I saw quite many of him on the first pass, so I know that he is improving now quite a lot of, but still you would need to be cautious, paceful on the start, that you are not pushing too much, not destroying the tire. So you need to think now with the head, even it can be difficult.
Well, Kopecky mentioned that he had trouble with his notes, only 5th on the opening run of the day, and when it came to doing it again, well, it was much tighter. Solidly into 2nd place, but would he be able to close the gap on Hannon? Big question.
This is really great. I think it's also very good for us, for the drivers, because then if you have a gap in front or behind, then it's not so exciting. And I think this is really nice, because we need to push hard until the end.
1 second down, separating the pair. Great stuff. And Neuville getting back into it as well. Thinking of points, perhaps. Possibly thinking about that corner, possibly in his nightmares, I should think. Yes, keeping his head amongst the experienced drivers, and yeah, feels that he needs more experience, but he's just amazing, this boy.
Really like the roads, very nice special stages, and even the first stage in the morning we pushed very hard. My Peugeot 207 works very well, and I think Nicolas and we did a good job also. Maybe we pushed a little bit too hard on the tires, and we lose a little bit time on the second stage. We also had a little spin. They cost us 2 seconds, okay, but we will try to keep the rhythm and to stay on the road.
Groovy specs. Freddie Loix, yes, still going flat out, as he always does. Said he was looking for the win at the start of the day, and of course confidence is something he's not short of, thank goodness, here in the IRC. First time here in the Canárias, but he's driving like the veteran that he most definitely is.